Hello everyone, thank you so much for stopping by. Today I wanted to make a pick card reading about is what you're currently wishing for is really aligned with your highest good for your highest self because um, there were times that we thought that this is what I want and I believe that this is the best for me, but in many cases this is not the best wish for us. So I just wanted to clarify it. Since this is a general reading, please take it as it resonates. Please do not try to just fit everything in, because while I was just pre-shuffling all the cards, there were too many energies, there were too many cards were just came out of the deck, nearly half of the deck. So I really believe that, okay, the problems, the situations, or what you were trying to manifest right now consciously is clear, but there are many solutions for each individual. So there are going to be like general messages all over here. So I just wanted to make it clear. And so here's group number one. And here's group number two, and here's group number three. So please take a deep breath. If you want to, so you can just meditate, you can close your eyes. This is usually what I do, and then meditate and then open my eyes and I just see the pile that I drawn into, or you can just drawn into one pile by just gazing your eyes through them, not because of their beauty or anything, but like what your intuition says to you. So whenever you're ready, you can just start it and you can pause the video. And I'll start with group number one. Hello, group number one. This will be a reading. And I will first start with what are you currently consciously trying to manifest? And this is your card with time to nap. And I asked for the clarification cards and I received two, with the Angel of Love and woman holding a coin in reverse. And this card represents what your higher self is wanting you to do, wanting you to take a step for, wanting you to wish, actually, the divine consciousness. And this is a card which is going to lead you towards how can you actually manifest your higher self's desire from you. So this is the card of truth. So while I was doing the pre-shuffling for group number one, actually, I asked only for one card about your current manifestation, what you were trying to wish for, and I received three cards. I didn't want to take them out because I want every pile to be equal, but those cards were telling me that there is some kind of like conflict about the situation right now. And what I'm seeing with this woman holding a coin is that that conflict can be arising from a woman actually in your life, which might be making you feel to question your self-worth. And this doesn't necessarily have to be kind of an energy or a woman who's currently around you, but it might also be an energy that has been happening in the past and still affecting you at that time. And coins are also about earthly issues, the families, the home they represent, and they represent our wealth, and they represent our job. So that woman might be also causing you to feel some kind of lackness about your wealth, let's say, or some kind of insecurity within the home, let's say. Because when I got three cards at first about your current manifestation, they were like, you were trying to keep a faith in something to just to mend the situation, to make it better. However, there is someone in this situation who is not as flexible as he or she should be. Take it as it resonates. You're gonna know it a lot better if it's you or the person or people that you were trying to deal with. So there is definitely some wish pure and nice wish that someone trying to fix something. However, one side is not flexible enough. So, which I believe that this is that side. And what's the message here for us? With the angel of love, it first of all represents the self-love as the love towards yourself, because that external factor, that person, it doesn't matter how close you are to that person or for how long you have been knowing that person, still is if there is a situation that that person might be making you question yourself about even your self-worth, your self-love. So this is kind of a message that you guys need to take a nap right now. This is also what you're wanting for, because I believe that this is kind of really like energy draining situation. So what you all want is right now all the conflict to be over, and you just wanna take a nap. You just wanna take a time out from that one, and when you come back, you just want everything to be unfold, maybe miraculously. Unfortunately, not everything happens in this way, but the first thing you can really do is you shouldn't allow anyone in your life, as I said before, like it doesn't matter how much that person or people meant to you, you shouldn't allow anyone to question your self-worth yourself. And with the time for nap, there's this beautiful fox, the baby fox over here, and fox spirit. Okay, this card is a 6 card, but Fox Spirit really represents change, which is usually like expressed with 5 actually. And Fox Fox is kind of a spirit that they can um, they can go through all the darkest times. They can just get over all the obstacles that they have been coming into their lives, and they can really see through. They go with their intuition, and they're ready for any kind of challenges basically. You are that kind of a spirit, you're that kind of a soul. However, even the folks can get tired. So just be easy yourself, be easy to yourself, and remember to love yourself basically. No matter what. No one is perfect. And as a message, as a guidance from your higher self, this is ourselves that uh, this is not our conscious self basically. This is a part of ourselves which has been guided by the higher realms, and it doesn't have any attachments with ego or low vibration. This is the part of ourselves that is guiding to us, even from the future, that's seeing us and trying to help us. And when you just see that card, the divine consciousness, you can see that beautiful help, the guidance that are trying to reach to you guys. This is so colorful. I need to mention that for me, the dominant color in this card is, I'm sorry you cannot see it, the dominant color in this card is blue, and blue usually represents the throat chakra, being true to ourselves. This is how you can reach through that divine consciousness. By the way, this is your guidance, the truth is your message over here. So this is the same kind of color frequencies. You can see how resonating that colors in both of the colors with the blue. So it's really asking you to listen to yourself and listen to your guidance even more. And I believe that you can mostly do it by being true to yourself at first, not deceiving yourself about what you're lacking or what you don't have, or oh, I wish that I could do that thing. So instead of that one, you can really be true to yourself. Seeing the parts of us which are not enough, and admitting them to ourselves is also a wonderful thing to be doing actually. So even like accepting everything about yourself, and then moving towards the better and easier stage of your life, That's what it's saying. Let me go back to that truth card. There's a beautiful there's a beautiful rainbow over here through that divine guidance you guys are receiving. So it's like rainbow usually comes after rainy and dark and some kind of very overwhelmingly depressive days. And you can see the sun and radiating sunlight over here. So it's just asking for you to listen to your divine guidance. And how you can do it is by just being true to yourself, because you see in this card how this man is just taking the mask off and putting it away. And that mask, man, this mask is like with the rainbow colors over here. This is the same color you can see for this card, that the divine is guiding you and they are sending you the message. So this is actually your true self. This is the self of this is the part of yourself that you should be integrating into. You shouldn't be afraid to do it, so because right now it just feels like whenever and as long as you are trying to push it away, push the truth away, push the all the guidance, all the intuitive messages, all the gut feelings you're having it away, you're gonna be in this kind of a dark mood. You're gonna be masking yourself from the truth. Like being true to others about how you're feeling, there's no harm about it, because like setting boundaries and being able to realize that you need to set boundaries are the most beautiful thing. And during this process, having afraid of breaking up something, some kind of relationships or hurting someone, this is pretty normal, but I can see through here that there's a divine consciousness and you're divinely guided. So as for this process, as long as you tapped into that self-loving energy, like your actions, your words, they will be divinely guided. So as long as you take all the actions from that place of love, everything will be unfolding in an extremely amazing way, let's say. I just wanted to clarify about this divine consciousness card. If there is anything that's I need to say. So about this one, it says like divine awakening and open your mind to the new possibilities. So working with the divine consciousness, we can open ourselves to deep thought and meaning that cannot be described in normal language. It is felt and expressed with a heart and higher self. Peace, bliss, divine power, and unlimited expansion awaits you when you consciously connect at this level. So between soul and spirit, it's possible to connect our inner being to divine consciousness. Divine consciousness enables us to open our minds to different states of reality and communication. Right now, you're experiencing an awakening. Congratulations. You are raising your consciousness and are energetically shifting. During this energetic shifts, this is also the reason that you might be feeling some kind of conflict with people. During awakening, it's just so likely that since you are hiring your vibration into another level, you're gonna find yourself that you're not resonating with the people once you were, and you are not satisfied enough with the things once you were doing. So basically, even your diet and everything can change. So most people find themselves isolated from everyone because they thought that they cannot really find that deep inner connection with people around them. And it's even more frustrating because those people were once your family or represents a lot to you. And now you're just coming into another type of realization that you're like, wow, no, like how can I see it from that perspective? I thought that everything was fine and now I cannot even deny what I'm feeling. So this is what it's representing. So you're raising your consciousness or consciousness and are energetically shifting. Your divine blueprint has been activated into a new state of awareness. You may feel oversensitive, but it will soon pass as you adjust to this new vibration. You are now connected to the healing energy of the divine. Miracles can occur now if you keep a positive mindset. Archangel Gabriel supervises this transition as you become connected in mind, body, and spirit. Being connected to the divine consciousness aligns you with your divine purpose, grows and expands your spirit, encouraging you to remember who you were before you came into being. You are encouraged to meditate to remove yourself from earthly dramas, gossips, and physical issues. Be gentle with yourself. Eat nutritious food, drink enough water, and get plenty of rest. By connecting to the state of consciousness higher than our mind's physical awareness, we eliminate impurities, toxicity within the body. So higher thought forms, spirit, angelic connections, and animal messages will come clearly now. You might be getting messages or seeing some synchronicities also. So keep a journal for the next 21 days to record the thoughts, feelings and messages, meditations and dream states that might arise or appear to you throughout the day as your body adjusts to these new energies. So whenever you feel so high, like energetically so enthusiastic, or when you feel so low, you might want to put attention on that specific circumstances at that time. Like, what happened to make you feel that amazingly energetic? Or what happened to cause you to feel that low energy that makes you feel to drain your energy? And this is the overall message over here. And I just want you to shuffle it over the camera and just get one like daily guidance message for you guys. For group number 1, can I get one daily guidance message for group number 1? So here right now. Okay, there are 3 of them, so I'm not gonna take them. Okay, spell out and go for it. Is your daily guidance message for now. So your prayers and positive expectations have been heard and answered. We have been working with you on this situation since its genesis, and we continue to watch over you and everyone involved. So stay on your present path, as it will take you very far indeed. So you might be going through some challenges, some uniqueness that you haven't experienced that before, but it is divinely guided, guys. So like, just keep going what you're doing. You might be coming through some obstacles, but everything is gonna unfold in a perfect way. So thank you so much. And I hope that it will help you, and I will now move on with group number 2. Hello, group number 2, and this will be your reading. The first card here came out when I asked about what group number 2 is currently and consciously trying to manifest. And this is your energy by the book in reverse. I got a clarification card about by the book, the appreciation. And the second card here is going to represent what your higher self wishes for you and wishes for you to do related with your current wish. As the angel assistance. And the third card is how you can work through your higher self's request, which is the sound card. So when I start with here, especially by the book card in reverse, what I'm actually seeing is there's a situation for you guys that you are trying to, you want to actually, that causes you to want to get away and like get out from your comfort zone, that little box that you were keeping yourself with. You know, this is usually by the book is like there are many like many things that has been taught to us since our childhood, since we come to that age, by our families, by our societies, by our friends, their expectations, what we should be when we grow up, or like how we should behave and what we should be, what we should want. So everything is basically try to be aligned with the social expectations. But what I'm seeing here is that you guys are coming into a realization that the thing that was fulfilling you before is not fulfilling you anymore. That's why you are trying to find a way to escape from that little box that you were kept in, and you were keeping yourself kept in there. Any kind of, let's say, uncertainties that might be finding yourself in with, it is said here that it's totally safe, that it's totally safe to listen what your intuition wants you to do, because here you can see this is an 11 card. In it adds up to 2, so that represents a balance. So basically, what your guidance, what your intuition says to you and yearning for you to do is going to bring a balance to your life. And with the appreciation card as a clarification for by the book in reverse, that lady that lady over the bushes, she stands so still because she realized the fact that everything she has this appreciation towards everything she has been gone through. So what I'm getting here is that there are things right now you're finding yourself that are not serving you anymore, as I said before. But it's also important here to keep positive mindsets instead of let's say being sad about what has been happening in the past, or like grieving about what you have to leave it behind, what kind of ideas, what kind of mindsets that you once engaged with so strongly. This appreciation card is telling you that it's totally safe to leave them behind. It's totally needed for you to appreciate every single step of your journey over here. Because this is what's going to bring you that beautiful balance that you're trying to manifest in your life. And as a message from your higher self, the higher self is definitely not, maybe I shouldn't say definitely, but this is not your conscious mind. This is a mind. This this is part of ourselves which are free from all the earthly expectations, the earthly low vibrations. This is basically the higher self of ours, free from ego, just wants the best for ourselves. That's why having a difference between your conscious wishes and the higher wishes are pretty expected. But in here, what I'm seeing is also for group number 1 and in here, like you guys are already going through a beautiful, you already started a beautiful journey. So everything is like going as it should be when I'm seeing it over here. And before I get this angel assistance card, there were 3 cards popped up from the deck. And they were like the exploration, the tree of life, and the energy balance. And with them, what I'm seeing as general, what your higher self wants you to do is, first of all, with this ascension process, you might really want to ground yourself, and you might really want to be standing on your own ground. So that's exactly the same thing with By the Book, and the card that I cannot show right now, the Tree of Life, is that about your family, about the beliefs, about the mindsets that you have experienced it before. You might need to be making a decision that you might need to find yourself to leave some of them behind in order to move forward. So in this case, you might need to really explore your passion. You might really need to come into that balance. You might really need to be grounding yourself during this process. And also balancing all your chakras. And with this angel assistance card, it's just basically telling that your angels are with you guys in here. So they are assisting you, and you can ask their help whenever you feel like to do so. They are always with us just to help. So there is nothing normal than just asking help from any source that you believe in. And in this card, for me, whenever I looked at it, you guys can see that that crystal over here, and even that one that he's holding it here as a crystal, sharp edges, and even through his crown chakra over here, you can see that crystal, the sharp edges. So for me, this just says that if you guys feel yourself somehow drawn into some crystals or crystal work, that might also help you to heal faster. And I will go with that card. But first of all, I want you to just look at the card and let me see it. For some of the cards, it's really, yes, it's really asking for you to focus on the card and see the color that's really calling it for you. So which color is really talking to you right now? You can keep that in mind, and then I will tell you about which archangel is guiding you through your path currently, so that you can specifically ask and help about him or her, and also it's going to reveal in which aspect of your area and through which chakras of yours is actually needing help right now. So I will just first quickly start with the angel assistance. It's a divine intervention, and ask and you shall receive. So you have asked the angels for help, and they are guiding you. So you are now supported by the angelic realm, serving as God's messengers. The angels provide heavenly support, divine wisdom, knowledge, and healing to all beings on earth. You are deeply connected to the angelic realm right now, and you are ready to receive their assistance. Assisting you on their earthly journey, the archangels have delegated a team of helpers for many areas of your life. The angels share with you messages of divine wisdom, knowledge, and healing through our thoughts, signs, nature, people, and life synchronicities. The angels act as bridges for energy shifts, soul awakenings, akashic records, light codes, spiritual knowledge, higher planes, and realms of consciousness. So right now, the archangels have arrived to connect you to the divine source. Powerful healing is taking place. You are encouraged to employ a healthy eating and lifestyle choices, as they will assist in adjusting your unique and divine vibration to align you with your life's purpose. The angels ask you to spend time in meditation, focusing on sacred geometric symbols to enhance your intuition. So connect to the collective consciousness and expand your spiritual awareness. And Yeah, this is basically also resonating with the card that I was talking about, the tree of life. It's also about finding your passion, exploring your passion, about your path, about your life purpose, what's really gonna fulfill you. Since you are leaving something behind, it's gonna open up a very beautiful chapter of your life. And I just wanted to go over quickly about the colors that you might have drawn into. The green color, if it's so, it's represented by Archangel Raphael, and it is about a spiritual, physical, and emotional healing. And if it's pink, it is represented by Archangel Camiel, and it's about relationship, friendships, and love. And if it's blue, it's represented by Archangel Michael, and it's about strength, protection, and will. If it's red, it's Archangel Uriel, and represents removes lower energies and thought forms. If it's the indigo lights over here, the Archangel Zadkiel is the one, and it represents universal magic, intuition, and manifestation. If it's the white color you've drawn into, is Archangel Gabriel, and it's about communication, education, and learning. If it's an orange one, it's an Archangel Haniel and represents accessing spiritual gifts, intuition, and clairvoyance. And if it's yellow, it's represented by Archangel Jophiel, and it's about wisdom and intelligence. If it's the black one, it's Archangel Azrael and asks you about the emotional turmoil, grief, and addictions. And as a third card, like when I ask about uh, how can you align with your higher self's request, is the sound. Basically, how can you guys can receive an angel assistance is through sound. Like it is any kind of sound. Even your affirmations that you guys are telling it to yourselves are having a lot bigger impact than you could ever imagine. You know, when someone keeps telling themselves about no, like I'm not good enough for this, or I don't feel like I can do that because you know that person I saw like they are really like a pig, but I don't think that I can ever reach there. Or if even if someone else is like giving you that kind of vibes, you might not realize it, but it has a big impact. And on the contrary, also think from the side of like, you are reminding yourself, I am valuable. I deserve love. I deserve to live the life at the fullest. I deserve to live life in a, in a place that I'll be doing what I love with passion, with a passion that my work is gonna be it's gonna be beyond the word. It's going to be beyond the compulsory needs in this a 3D word. It's gonna be something that's gonna fulfill my soul. So the affirmations that you keep repeating to yourself, even hearing from others, has a big impact. That's why it's kind of reminding you guys to be staying on this positive mindset. And also with the sound, you guys can see over here the beautiful music notes and the keys everywhere. So you guys might be also receiving some kind of angel assistance and guidance for the songs that you might be hearing it. Even like for the words, like even while you were reading a book, or also you might be receiving some angel guidance through day-to-day conversations with people. You know, they might be seeing you that, oh, have you visited that place, by the way? It was really nice. Like, it was really amazing. Like, I really feel so peace. Or like, you might be trying it that one. So that might be an assistance that was just ascended to you by your angels. So over here, in overall, you guys are leaving some old shit behind in order to proceed with a beautiful new chapter of your life. You are divinely guided, just enough to ask an angel assistance and be aware of all the sounds around you right now because they're also going to help you to clear it. And please keep that in mind to appreciate everything you have been going through. And right now, I just would like to get like one daily guidance messages for you guys. forward this camera. Oops. Okay, that was a lot faster than I thought. Oh my god. It's basically the same thing. Guys, let your past go. This is what you're doing. This is already what you're doing. Even if you haven't started it yet, even if it's just an idea, this is what you are gonna tap into, because when you just step into that chapter, you're gonna go back because you are going to feel that freedom, basically, that you don't want to go back. And let me read the message. It's the burden of carrying your past around has made you weary, dear one. It's time to set this burden down. Keep only the lessons and love and leave everything else behind. You don't want it or need it, and it's now gone. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. And you can see that gate behind this beautiful angel. It's like a wintry time. You know, in winter, everything is kind of frozen, but it has its own beauty. So you might be feeling that something is kind of stagnant right now in your life, but it has its own beauty. It is gonna bring you the beautiful time of your life. Just keep that in mind to appreciate it. And thank you so much, guys. And I hope this helps a bit. And now I will move forward with group number 3. Hello, group number 3, and this will be your reading. So for the first card, I received it when I asked about what you are currently and consciously wishing for. And the card that I got is the cleanup. And I got a clarification card for it, the blossoming abundance, which is in reverse. And for the second card, I asked for one. I got one card for group number 1 and 3, but for you guys, it was 2 cards, and I didn't want to put them back. So the second card represents that what your higher self is wishing for you, actually. So there's a self-love and transformation. And the third card is how can you meet with your higher self request from you, which is a soul journey card. By the way, first of all, I have to say that while I was like pre-shuffling for this card, I felt a heavy energy, especially when I was just shuffling with this Wisdom Oracle cards, and I got cleaned up. And when I look at the bottom of the deck, there was an orphaned card in reverse. What I'm feeling for you guys here is that everything you were, let's say, there is some kind of a dysfunction, let's say. There is some kind of a feeling like you are feeling alone. You don't feel your worth, and you're trying to fit yourself in with situations that are actually not serving you. And right now, you are coming into a realization of that one, and you want to clear everything up. Because with the orphan card is in reverse, I actually, I don't want to keep repeating and keep like reading things, but with the orphan card is in reverse, it just represents like also some relationships that makes you feel like you are you felt alone, let's say. The orphan card is a 5, and 5s usually represents change, and changes are usually occur uh, when it feels like it's the darkest time for you. So without going through that darkest time, you cannot just see the rainbow, and you cannot see that bright, shiny days, unfortunately. That's what you're trying to clear it up right now, what I'm seeing over here. And with the orphan card is in reverse, the protection message here for you guys, the shadow side of this card speaks to the essence of abandonment. So perhaps you feel the need to remain apart because intimacy is too threatening. It also warns against creating inappropriate family structures in order to conceal old wounds. So it's time to address the unhealthy alliances you have formed and make a decision to heal the past. And you will not be abandoned by the world if you claim yourself as whole. Not all relationships are dysfunctional, and not all of them will disappoint you. Don't abandon yourself. Don't abandon yourself, and this is what your higher self wants you to do, you guys. Your self-love. So you connect to the others in a healthy way once you recognize your patterns and consciously choose to interrupt them. So life wants to love you. Let it. Let the life love you guys. Oh, I can speak. So this is what you are trying to clear it up, guys. This is what you are trying to aim. Actually, you might. It doesn't mean that necessarily you have just started doing it. You might be in the progress, or you might be just coming into a realization without just being in a state of taking an actual action. However, this is your current energy, and what I'm seeing over here with the reverse blossoming abundance cards. And by the way, they are 3 and 3, like the 21 and 3. This adds up to 3 again. So what I'm seeing here is that the 3s are all about the connections and the sharing. So there is some lackness over here. And blossoming abundance card is for me. I usually don't want to interpret it in this much of wealth or coin related ways, because there are beautiful coins over here that you could just see it. You know, everything coming to fruition, everything is shining bright, and like there are just beautiful like goals everywhere that has been just coming to fruition. You know, however, when this card is in reverse, it feels like that kind of realization that you're coming into recently might also affect your finances, might be also feeling like you are losing things in this 3D, in this material world that you cannot recover, that you might be feeling it. So that's why you might be also trying to fit yourself in some dysfunctional situations which are not aligned with your higher self actually, but you just don't feel secure enough to leave that situation. You came into realization you don't feel happy, but you're like, well, I don't see any other option for me. So what can I do basically? But what I'm seeing over here is you guys have this beautiful, beautiful transformation. So what I usually believe is that no one should ever take any step when they feel like they are not ready for it, because this is not our higher self wants from us basically. This is not any people in our lives with an unconditional love for us wants from ourselves. Once you come into that situation of the wholeness within yourself with that self-love, and then you should reclaim the power in you that you can do anything you want, and then you don't need to be afraid of losing anything, any stability or anything that might risk your life into, because everything is going to unfold in a most beautiful way. And what I see, first of all, with the self-love, like when you guys reach through that stage of self-love, you are gonna go through that beautiful transformation of yourself, and you're gonna, just like that phoenix over here, you will be like rising from your ashes, rising from the darkest side, darkest times of your life. And in overall, what I'm seeing over here is that by loving yourself, by going through this transformation, that can be only enabled when you guys let yourselves to really acclaim that soul journey that you are into, because you are on the soul journey. So you don't need to deny it. And when some are starting their soul journey, it's so likely that you feel like everything you once was believing in is unfolding. So everything is shattering. Your word is just like an earthquake in your mind that you cannot even stop it. It doesn't matter how hard you try it. So I feel like there's this kind of energy over here that you feel also overwhelmed. I feel also kind of overwhelmed right now. I don't have these feelings for group number 1 and 2. So with the self-love over here, you can see this beautiful kid within this woman. So this basically speaks to you about loving your inner child, nurturing your inner child at first. I believe that you guys have many inner child wounds, and which is not the easiest things to heal. But the first step that you can do, and the first step that your higher selves want you to do, is first of all acknowledging it that there are some things that you need to heal about yourself. So the acceptance, and then you can start taking steps like one by one through that process. You don't need to rush. No one is running out of time. There are more than available time and source for everyone on this planet. So one other way how you can just actually nurture your inner child is that this actually helps me when I realize that you can see your inner child as a child that you actually have. When you have a child, you don't want to reflect any negative patterns to that kid. You just want to nurture her, you just want to nurture him, because you know that that child is pure and innocent, and it has a right to feel the joy. It has a right to be playful, enjoy the life, do the things that is gonna fulfill that mm, child's soul, basically. So just imagine how much sensitive we are trying to be while we are around babies or the children, because they are so pure and they are so sensitive to energies. Our inner child is like that too. It is so sensitive to anything we are feeling it. And when we don't want to express it, when we try to suppress our feelings, basically we are trying to suppress also our shadow side, which is the, I'm saying shadow because shadow side is usually the side that is not going to be accepted by the society whenever you want to release it to the world. But this is not what we should be doing. Shadow side is over here to remind us the part of ourselves, like we should be in peace with our shadow side and with our higher selves too. So that balance is a perfect balance that everyone needs to. So that inner child is over here too. Whenever you don't want to accept a situation, whenever you want to suppress it, it's gonna come out even louder and louder. That's what that card is talking about. And also what that card is talking about is that you can see that dominant blue color over here. Blue is always representing for me, the throat chakra. So speaking yourself, being true to yourself, not deceiving yourself. First of all, being true to your inner child, being true to your desires. Like, it's just really accepting yourself at first. And then you will step into that beautiful, beautiful transformation. You're gonna rise up from your ashes. You're gonna leave everything that hasn't serving you behind. And then you're gonna start a beautiful chapter of your life. And you can see how dominant the red color here is. First of all, what I am seeing right now, hearing right now, is that you might really want to ground yourself, because the red color for me is a color, not for me, as a color of root chakra. You might want to just call upon a help for Archangel Michael to let you ground yourself in this process, because it's a very heavy process. So you might be finding yourself out there. Not sure what you want to do, like if you're not grounded enough, so you might be finding yourself like all over the places. So in order to just, let's say, prevent this kind of an energy, you might also really want to go out to nature more and oops, do what makes you feel more peace within yourself. and try to listen, try to really live in the present moment, basically. So don't try to think about the past. It's so easy for us to just reconcile the past in a bad way. You're trying to sleep, that thing that you have done in 2000 or the 90s just pops into your mind like, where the hell, why on earth? So don't think about the past. Don't worry about the future also. Just stay in this positive mindset. Just stay in the present moment and stay in the present moment with the possible positivist mindset ever. This is what's going to bring you the transformation. And don't forget to ask any help from your guides, please. And here you can also see that the circles over here. So that's also representing that there were some cycles of your life that unless you allow yourself to move forward, no one is going to bring it for you. Even your higher self cannot bring it for you. So just acknowledge that there are some cycles in your life that needs to be closed in a most peaceful way. And about the thing how you can just receive through that self-love, how you can just nurture your inner child, and how you can just go through that transformation is basically acknowledging the soul journey that you're actually in, guys. You are in the soul journey, and you are not alone in this journey. You definitely are not alone. There are many souls in this journey which are moving together with you. And what I'm also feeling is that if you're really feeling alone, you might really want to be connecting with the people with that deep sense of knowing, with that deeper connection, not the very surface and shallowy way, but like whenever you talk with someone, you just really want to feel like you are listened. Not because they just want to talk about themselves and they just want someone there to listen to them by using you, but you really want them to listen to you and really see that they're understanding you. They have this capability to be being that empathic over anyone and approaching with an unconditional pure love. So that is what I'm feeling that you guys are needing it. I never got this card, so I really would like to check it. So it says that this is a life lesson. Learn from this experience. So from the moment you choose to return to Earth in this incarnation, you decided to be a conscious creator of your life's journey. So basically, yeah, as all souls in this universe, we all choose and agree to be here at that specific time. But unfortunately, we had to just came into that realization because we forgot everything. So that soul journey that you guys are into right now is the awakening that you have been going through. So you are trying to remember who you are actually. So your story, as you have written it, is held within the records of the Akashic templates and can be accessed, viewed, and experienced at any time. So Akashic records are the records that it's like imagine a very big library. You can really just search it through internet and YouTube. I might not be able to give you a very clear insight about it, but Akashic records are the records that was keeping the records of basically all souls incarnated on this earth at any time. So you have been through many lives on this planet. You might have reincarnated several times on this planet. So Akashic records are the records that are keeping track on that one. And why it's important is that because through these past lives, we have been emerging so many experiences and even sometimes burdens. And not every time we have reincarnated, we might not have a chance to complete what we have started. Maybe we have left our journey in an unsolved way, so it is causing us a problem, let's say. So if there are some unresolved issues by your ancestors, they might be burdening you right now. So this is calling out for you guys to tap in your Akashic records, your past lives, and you might be also want to get some messages, guidances from your ancestors. There are many amazing YouTubers out there who are doing pick a card readings, and I cannot imagine how much they are resonating. It's a general reading, but it just gives me goosebumps every time. So you might be also taking benefit from that one. And organized like a library, the Akashic Temple holds the records of each soul's journey energetically within the astral plane. Thoughts, feelings, actions, deeds, past lives, purpose, and soul lessons are all recorded within this place. Acting as a spiritual database, every human process we experience is recorded. Even births, deaths, marriages, and other life events can be reflected upon at any time. So your individual record is protected by your guardians, who ensure that permission is granted and safe access is available at your request. The integrity of Akashic is never compromised as a result. Right now, you're experiencing a life lesson. Whatever the outcome, know that this lesson is for a reason. Even if you are unaware of it, it's important that you become mindful of your experiences, acknowledging decisions and actions that have led you to that moment. Ask yourself, what is that I learned from this situation? How am I affected by it? What can I do that will help me to correct this negative course of action? How can I improve my soul's connection to my higher purpose? And what can I do to support the humanity? Because you are here for a bigger purpose, you decided to come here to serve a bigger purpose. That's why serving on humanity in any ways, there are tons of ways to do it, might be your soul calling. So while you may be unable to see a way out of your circumstances right now, this will pass and you will soon be shown the reason for recent events. It is important to recognize the value of your experiences and resolve the past issues and patterns from the experiences of the lessons learned. So co-create a beautiful life with a new perspective. The choices is up to you. Where do you want to go from here? No one is gonna do it for you. First you have to acknowledge it within you, and then the divine and everyone around you can be able to help you. You just need to be open to receive it at first. That's beautiful. And I just wanted to get one daily guidance message from you, from your angels for you guys for group number 3. What guidance do they have for group? Okay. Trustworthy guidance. Oh, that's beautiful. You guys might be having some creative thoughts already engaging within you. I don't know how aware you are of it or how deep within your intuition is calling for you to express something, express for you to do something, or like in an art form or any kind of form that's going to be creative, but I feel like this is what you're called to do. And let me read it. You have received a wonderful idea as an answer to your prayers. This idea is real and trustworthy, so you can safely move forward with it, knowing that we are with you every step of the way. Ask for and be open to receiving our support for anything that you need related to this idea. That's beautiful. Guys, that's beautiful. You can see that angel, how she's protecting, how she's guiding that man over here. So this is basically you. You can basically imagine yourself whenever you receive a creative idea, whenever you feel like there is something igniting within you, listen to it. Like put all the worries, put all the let's say all the shapes that society wants us to be within, but be yourself, express yourself creatively, be assertive. That's what is calling it for you. So this is all I have for you, group number three. This is really a hard journey, but you already know what you should be doing because you already have this clean it up cards. You already want to do it. So you are divinely and angelically supported. Just know it. So everything that you're going through is for a reason, is for a purpose. And this is very hard, but when you reach that step, this is going to be an amazing journey. As it was said in here, just you're going to see how far you have become on this journey. And just remember that you are definitely not alone. Oh, thank you so much. And I hope that it brings some clarity for you and take care of yourselves.